Hi, good evening, friends. Welcome to Trading Terminology, 16 June 2018.
Good evening, sir.
So it's a
Good evening, sir.
good evening, everyone. There is some bad news that this session is going to be 40 minutes because GoToMeeting has reduced the timings. At the same time, they've increased the member limit to 251. Okay, so next time we have to go for a paid version, which we will do.
Uh, for
Uh, since we have 40 minutes, we'll cover the indices, what we feel going to happen next week or within a month, or what is expected out of this market. Just to put one thing into your mind, that I have seen most of the members have been putting queries, something like this, that you just repeat it. I'll just read it out. Holding SBI shares for 210 in cash, should I hold or book? So, see, these kind of question is something which you need to work on, and whatever targets and levels which I have given, just respect them, and whenever the stop loss is hit, it's hit. Okay, just be out of it. Still, if you're taking the decision, that is going to be yours, and you have to then take a ride, whether it's a profitable or a losing side. So whatever we put out of our efforts, and we believe that if the stop loss is given, that is given for safety, and if it's triggered, it is triggered, and if you're holding it, it is ultimately the trader's call. Okay, so we can never judge that things which we practice are totally genuine, because this is market, nobody is correct, and that's how things work. So we need to follow the trend, and that's the basic idea of doing that technical analysis. So I mean, I have a lot of queries from all the four groups. If you calculate, I think it is more than 150 to 100 queries. Since we have a smaller session, I won't be able to dictate it script by script. But what I'll do is, sitting alone, I can record it and I can send it on my YouTube channel, so you can actually go through all your queries on YouTube channel. I'll update it, and that's the better way. We have less time. So group one, group two, group three, group four. Okay, so we have a lot of queries. You just check on YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, just subscribe it, and you'll receive the notification whenever we update it. Okay, if you see, that's the total query which I would have loved to solve it. Since we have less time, so we'll cut it short and I'll record it for you on YouTube channel. Thank you. Subscribe to YouTube channel. You can write us email. We have Facebook too. And if you want to add your friends, this is a Google link which is always being shared on groups. So we'll start with the indices this evening, and let's try to utilize the time. So great, guys. This is the formation which you can look easily. This is, if I take it long term, this is a kind of wedge pattern formation which we have formed from 7100, and that is where we actually try to break this wedge upward, and then we correct it for 9900 sort, and we're just trying to break it again on upside. So if this was fake, if this was fake, so whether if this time we are breaking this small triangle formation, this is something we need to look on. And if we just realize it, if this is the topping formation, so here is what we have made an evening star formation. There is a small technical gap over here at the top. So maybe coming week, 10,842 is the low of this middle candle. If we break this and we sustain with two or three candles, then there is a possibility that we may break this previous high, which was closing around 11,000. 11,130. Okay, but this evening star is always strong, and I believe that this area of resistance, which is around 10 860 or 870, it needs perfect volume breakout, and then only we'll be able to judge that whether we are breaking up. Okay. And we have seen that a lot of cash deliveries have been taking place in most of heavyweights, and things are bottoming. If we say Tata Motors have started bottoming, and we have seen a fresh breakout in RBL too. You may see ICICI huge delivery of some 4-5 crore shares, which took place on Friday. So if these deliveries gonna happen at this point, that means the selling side is somewhat strangulated, and they have made a base, and may we may see some kind of upside. So I was just checking it in the market perfectly on ICICI Bank. So I one of fund was actually selling this ICICI Bank since 300 levels, and one of institution which is known to me is bought at 475 4 crore 75 lakh shares at this point. So delivery is all gone. At 300 there is a call option which is written. I mean, this is some near about 1 crore shares which has been written. So the idea is that what will take Nifty up. So I think there is bit of room in private banks which actually can work out. And if we check pharma has given a very good breakout, and I'll make you learn on other indices too, which can help. So how you want to work on this? That you need to work perfectly on sector analysis. You need to see with which sector is going to move this time. That will take Nifty up, and what kind of weightage this sector has on Nifty. Okay, so coming back to Nifty, that this area of Evening Star is strong resistance. So probably it requires fresh strength to break this. And if we check Dow Jones, it has also made a hammer formation just after the announcement of taxes being levied on China. So Dow Jones fell somewhat 250, 200, near to 300 points, and then it took a U-turn. I'll show you that. So coming Monday, I think we're gonna struggle. We're gonna hit this gap, which stands at 10,842. You can write the levels, and which may strike, which may take resistance, and probably up and down. So the moment we are able to hit back some 870 levels, I think we'll find momentum, and we will be able to cross 880. So I need a closing above 880 on Monday itself, so that rest of the days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, works out well. And this is going to continue, not short, but I believe 11,900 near. Okay. So so whosoever will be taking positions, they have to actually way to break this resistance, which is 860, 870, and they can have a buy on Nifty with a stop loss of around 812, or be closing 812. So you on a safer side 809. So once things go back, or this time if it triggers 809, then it will be difficult for this to break out. Or if we are not breaking, so this may add on to 5-7 more trading session. If you can see that there is a leg, there's a room for this triangle to close, and the moment this time period moves on, so probably this expiry it's going to be like in this zigzag zone, and next expiry it may break on a higher end. So looking at it, if we are not breaking on Monday or Tuesday, then we are in a zigzag movement for next 1 week, and this expiry may happen like this only, and then next month we can. But if you analyze this on a weekly basis, you see that there is another week time again. Okay, we have to break either side. If we take it on a monthly basis, so the symmetrical triangle is closed. Okay, there is no space for a candle to come in. So that means anytime soon this is going to break either side. Uh, how we respect this on a monthly basis, we have formed a morning star pattern here. This 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so we have hit the 50% retracement, which I always speak about. This red candle has made that base to the third candle. This area, I'll just enlarge it for you to make it more analytical. Okay, Fine. So we have morning star pattern. This is one, this is two, and three. It's going to complete this morning star around here, 11:44, and we are about to break this triangle formation. It has made a base on 50%, which is around 477, went down to 420. Okay, and then again this triangle base, and we are moving up, and that is where I believe that we're gonna hit and we're gonna break the all-time high, which is higher possibility if this time private banks are supporting. Okay, so at this point in time, looking for a month or so, I believe that we can break new high, but overall our stance remains long-term negative. So that means that whatever you're playing for, just be active and try to book profit. All you get 10-15%. It's very good, but just don't get trapped on high moves, okay? Because otherwise, that is something which will take a toll on us. Uh, that's Nifty. Sounds positive. You can trade accordingly. Uncle, I'll come on to Bank Nifty now. So that's a kind of similar move. I'll just put it like this. Okay, so here is kind of Morningstar completed. We have made a base here, and we are actually started moving up now. So we've seen that PSU banks have given us a good momentum. Likes of SBI, which has moved from 247 to standing at 282, 283 odd levels. Canara Bank from 245 to 282 to 85 odd levels. So PSU have started correcting, and most of stocks which if I talk about Bank India or uh, Syndicate. So these all banks have given us a good momentum last week, and I believe that this should carry. I don't know what announcement may come in or anything. You never know, but the size of volume at the bottom and the protection against the bear, it seems as if things are rounding at this, and we may find some support from PSU too. Okay, so banking, how do you trade on daily range? We'll just check. Okay, so if you'll see that this is a larger evening star formation, okay, and we are just trying to hit, and that is wherein we are struggling here. And if you calculate this is a kind of cup and handle formation which is in the making, okay. So there is a gap somewhere here we filled, okay, no gaps here. So probably this time this consolidation is going to break, and you're going to be pretty much active to take this trade. And if you just close down, okay, on daily basis, what again 2 3 4 days, and since it is consolidating after this evening pattern formation, and I believe that this has more legs to move up. So stay tuned to all those PSU banking, that they are actually giving you good movement. So there is a gap in Bank India too. So if you analyze script to script, you will find a lot of room to make money. Okay, so these are all oversold, and there is a kind of expectation which is built up for me at least, that I'll find some money there. So you can track that, and how if you calculate on a large scale how it looks, I'll just show you. Okay, so I have used Fibonacci extension from this point. These were the arrows which I have drawn, but to break this previous high, I need this consolidation, and this consolidation is especially built on negativity. So all those consolidation at the high, so see, it would have broken down, all with all those NPA's announcement, fresh things which has happened. So probably at this point it shouldn't have made this kind of higher lows. So if this euphoria, this symmetrical formation is made on negativity, then there are chances we may break higher, although we have seen a correction, but there is no confirmation of a correction. Uh, so I believe these points. If it corrects, if it breaks down, also the strong area of support or a bigger stop loss stands around 25,988. So probably 26,000 is very good support zone, and it's not going to break. But if it breaks 26,000, then the whole basket will fall. The idea is if you want to trade, you can trade on all supports. So 36, 320, 321 stands very good support. If you get the point to get in, you can have it because there is a small evening star formation. It is respected, it is corrected it. But after this one candle, the trend, my experience shows that the one, two, three, four. This is a corrective one, fourth. The fifth candle always make higher lows and then it reversed. So, so if on Monday, if it make higher lows, you can enter the positive side, and I believe this should continue. You can have your stop loss at the bottom. Your stop loss stands at 26,000. If you don't want to take, it's a bigger one for you. 26,147 stands good. So have your stop loss there. And if this rally is breaking up, if this Nifty is breaking up, then we are heading towards 28,640. I don't know how this, what stocks will run, but things are becoming positive at this point. And for shorter duration, let's hope it will be in our favor. But be watchful. Whenever I'll feel something very fishy, I'll just put that on WhatsApp group, and then you can take that call. However you have made your trade in, so you can take a call on it and then reverse the position. We'll see if you want to reverse or we just exit and wait for correct opportunity. Okay, so how it will happen, there's a resistance line coming here, so it's making kind of ascending formation. If I can just draw it like this, so probably it can break in next 3 4 5 sessions. So the idea is that next week it's going to be a decisive week, and it will let us know that how we will draw the picture going forward. Okay, so bank nifty sounds positive if nifty takes above 870, and if bank nifty moves above 26 700, then it's going to strike with volume. Okay, then your immediate target is 26 816. It will face resistance there, and then once we are able to crack this, move 26 900 970, then a faster rally. Okay, it's a very good consolidation to break the previous high, and that is what nifty is doing. It's a bull pattern on a monthly formation. I've already showed you that, like this. We made a kind of rounding bottom, a morning star formation, and then we have corrected 50% to this, and then we may attempt to break previous high, and that which can give you 2,000 points on upside. Okay, but if it is a fake breakout just to trap bull, then we have our downside triggers. If they trigger, we will short the move. Okay, so that's bank nifty. CNX Pharma, I have discussed a few sessions before. It was a good pick. So just see the pharmaceutical stocks, how they've run, and this was the point wherein I was talking about. Just to pick, we have seen a breakdown, then we try to enter, then we made a higher low, and that's where this was first indication with this bull candle, and that's where I've given you, if you remember, that buy Sun Pharma 500 call, and that this is the point wherein I got bullish on this, and we are almost at the top of this channel. If you draw a trend line, uh, it is gonna most of the averages got heated now, so I believe that you can see, so a bit room again, but it may find resistance around say 95 85, another 200 points on upside on CNX Pharma, and then it will gradually consolidate and then start moving again up. So probably it will make this a kind of W pattern formation, which will be like this. So it needs a consolidation at this point. It will make a handle kind of thing and fill this gap. So whenever it comes down to 8,900, that's a good point to enter all those farmers. You just have to check indices and rest all the stocks, whichever farmer you like. Most of them are running. So you take it Dr. Reddy or you take it anything, everything is running. So you can pick your favorite stock, and I think you will make money. So this is the point you should wait for. And then we have, okay, so metal is cracking down and it has more legs to, actually correct further. So we have SAIL, we have Tata Steel. I don't know how they're gonna pan, but yes, it is really being overbought. And the way it has broken this W pattern formation, I would have, loved to have more, uh, uh, consolidation before it, actually broke on a higher end. So I think if it is correcting, then we may see some 300-400 points downward move, or yeah, 300 points downward move. So I think you should avoid all those Tata Steels or SAIL, picking on higher rates. SAIL has good room to move towards, 104, 105 individually. But yes, overall, metal structure looks weak and it is heading towards correction. If you see, the momentum is drying and the volume is also dropping. So there is no idea as of now to enter in metal stocks. You avoid metal sector. Okay. So it takes PSQ now. Okay. So this is PSU. It has taken a base on the symmetrical formation. You can see the higher low, and it has made a kind of on a monthly basis kind of morning star, and it has respected that morning star. So probably it is at the point wherein it can rally to some point, but it will enter into consolidation. If I say it can rally to some point, that means I think we are at 3020, and I've given you to buy a call around 2800. So we are already plus by some 250 points, okay, and it can move up to 3100 to be precise. So that is the area of resistance where it will consolidate more before it break out, okay. So more or less, this is the channel it looks like. And if I have previous history, okay, so you can see on a weekly chart, the MACD has given a breakout. It got a buying signal here. So okay, stochastic is working well. It is broke again on upside, and you can see the momentum bar lines, which is heavy here, and we are seeing the reversal. That means the drop is being collected at this point. So that's where we have heavy momentum at this point. So I think any drop to 29. You know 2900 or 2925, 2930, it's a collective point, and if you want you can enter it. Okay. So that's on PSU. It is acting as a support at this point. So if you can see, auto is drying now. So auto has made a lower high. The auto has made a lower high, and it is actually struggling at this point. If you draw a channel, you can easily make out that the sector is more or less is fatigued, and it is ready for a drop. So any resistance, any hit towards 11,400 or something, I think it's a point where you can actually book your profits in auto sector. I don't like Maruti standing at 9,000, 9,200. I don't like Mahindra standing at 902. So crude has more legs to. I'm a bit bullish on crude. It can drop to 7160 or so. It will form a base, and I feel that crude can hit back to its previous high levels of 80, and it can go up to 85 odd levels. So not so bullish on this auto, not so bullish on aviation. So you can avoid on this. So ultimately, there's going to be stress on this sector, and this channel has topped. A kind of topping formation is visible, and I think let it cool down. You can see that it's making a rounding kind of top. There is a large bear candle which has uh, covered the previous green one, and if it because it has already made this high to the previous morning star, and if we break this morning star pattern on downside, I think we are coming 9862 from 11,000. So just be cautious on auto sector. Will not play on it. So metal we have done, PSU done, reality, financial services not important. Infra is kind of struggling at this point. So we can check Nifty 500. So this is also Nifty 500. If you see, it's the same Nifty formation. Okay, we are just holding this morning star pattern, and it seems as if the downside is being collected, but there is a time correction to it. Okay, so somehow if we are not able to break the closing of, so probably 9700, so that means we'll make a you know lower high, and then this heat zone should correct, and which means that the correction which we have seen in mid cap, it's not going to give benefit if you buy this. Probably another 5-7%, although they have dropped 40%, from the top. So probably 5 or 10% maximum upside if we even break on Nifty, say 500, 600 points. So be selective on choosing that mid cap. Mid cap is going to perform less. It's going to be a bit stress, and there is a time correction which is required. Okay, so be choosy on mid cap. So we have CNX IT. IT sector is also important. Uh, okay, so this was previously calculated target on IT. If you remember, I've given a buy call on IT well before somewhere around 11,000, and we are standing at 14,000. Okay, so some 3,000 points gain, and it is again ready to break previous high. You can see that it has picked that small bear candle, and it's ready to hit the channel high, so which stands at around 14,500 something. Okay, so IT is going to be mix, a kind of supportive, so it can be a participant, if we are breaking high. There is a bit of room, and I think it will actually support the index. Okay, so just to recall again, we have 5 minutes to go. Just to recall, I am not so bullish that I'm asking you to buy for 18,000 Nifty, or Sensex on a 50,000 target, but I'm saying that we may move from 400, 500, 600 points on upside. We'll see from time to time that what is there in store, and what maximum we can hit on other supporting sectors which will take Nifty high. And
Couldn't hear you. Hello.
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 Hello.